Any questions before we start? Any questions about Coursework 1? If you read the Coursework 1 specification, you might have noticed some supplementary videos where I'm answering questions about Coursework 1, like previous questions. I think I've answered literally like every possible question there is in the Coursework specification and in the videos. Like I can't. The questions I'm getting now from students are repeats. Like they're being repeated, like questions that I've already answered. So sometimes when you ask me a question, I can remember, oh, I answered that question already. All of the information is there, just so you know. It's all there. And if you look at the question and answer videos, has anybody ever looked at the descriptions of those videos before? You can find all the questions in the video description. Yeah, so there's quite a lot sometimes. Everybody excited for today's exercise? These guys are. Okay. It should actually say testing LLMs on Coursework 1. So everybody is completely obsessed with LLMs right now. It's like a crazy obsession. And so we're going to play with them today and see if we can use LLMs on Coursework 1. So the idea is to get into groups of 6. Then you choose a research paper as if you were going to do Coursework 1 from this URL. And then you compare any 2 LLMs. So right now there are lots of competing LLMs out there, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok. Has anybody heard of Grok before? That's a new one, I think. I think DeepSeek is kind of new too. But Grok is like the newest one that I heard about, personally. I don't know. It looks like it's hard to keep track now, because there are so many. Anyways, you can compare any two LLMs, you choose 2, and you try to actually perform Coursework 1 using these LLMs. You can start, these are not like hard instructions, they're soft instructions. In other words, you can experiment and vary the prompts that you use for these LLMs. You can start by entering the paper DOI or paper title into the chat. You choose 1 or 2 LLMs, and then you ask the following questions. Can you describe the concept presented in the paper? Can you summarize the implementation the authors use? What is the core related work for this paper? What are the characteristics of the input data used in the paper? What type of evaluation method do the authors use? So that is Coursework 1, right? You're trying to extract the essentials of a research paper. You can also test out variations of these questions or different chatbots that might improve your answer. And then you create a Google Doc with your team name, the group member names, the paper title, the paper DOI, the name of the chatbot plus version you used, and the answers to these questions. Which LLM performs better? Take a screenshot of each question plus answer from your chosen chatbots. And then you share the Google Doc with myself. And then we'll review them in the second half. Does that sound like fun? Yes, it sounds like fun. We did this exercise last year, and I thought it was very educational. And and so we're going to try it again this year because things are changing so rapidly. I'm guessing that some of you have already performed this exercise. Like some of you have already done this. Maybe not the people in this room, but I'm sure that some of the students in the class have already tried this out. One little piece of advice, if you've attempted Coursework 1, you now know that 2 minutes is quite a short time, and you only have something like time for maybe 3 or 4 sentences for each section. So you really have to get your answers and you're extracting the essentials very concise for this exercise. Probably you guys already noticed that. Okay, any questions about the exercise? Sound like fun? So let's form some groups and we'll start. If you do have questions, you can ask at any time about this exercise or Coursework 1. So, E6.